So in this lesson, we're going to be working with the sum on the angles of a triangle, right? For that, my first part is that the triangle angle sum theorem states that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always 180. Right? I'm going to prove that on another video. For now, we're going to use that theorem, right? So my next one, I'm going to define these these two parts of the triangle. An exterior angle of a triangle is an angle formed by a side and the extension of an adjacent side. And the remote interior angles are the two non-adjacent angles of that exterior angle. Right? My triangle exterior angle theorem says that the measurement of each exterior angle of a triangle equals the sum of the measure of its two remote interior angles. So that means that angle 3 equals 1 and 2, right? And we can prove that theorem quickly, right? If angle 3 is going to be an angle pair with this angle right here, right? Let's name it 4. So the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 4 is 180, right? And we know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 4, equals 180. So that means that angle 3 and angle 4 equals the measure of angle 1 plus 2 plus 4. So if I subtract angle 4 for both sides, I proved that theorem right there. Right? So we're going to use those theorems now to solve a couple of exercises. My first one is I want to find the measure of angle 1. So again, all those angles are interior angles. So that means that 92 plus 63 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180 degrees. So 155 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180. So minus 155 on both sides. So the measure of angle 1 equals 25 degrees. Number 2, again, so 20 plus 87 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180. So 107 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180, so minus 107. Measure of angle 1 is 73 degrees. Here, I want to find the value of each variable, right? So I'm going to start by finding x, right? I'm going to start by finding x, right? So x plus 28 plus 85 equals 180. X plus 113 equals 180 minus 113. So x equals 67 degrees. Right? Now, y right here is an exterior angle of this triangle on the left. Right? It's an exterior angle. As you can see, it's the extension of this side of the angle and formed with that adjacent side right there. So that means that angle y is the sum of the two remote angles. So 28 plus 685. So this is 113. Right? Now angle C is C plus 113 plus 117 equals 180. C plus 130 equals 180. So minus 130. Z equals 50 degrees. Okay, now it says that use the diagram at the right to answer the questions. Which angle is an exterior angle? So in this case, angle 1 is an exterior angle. Angle 1 is an exterior angle. As you can see, it's the extension of this bottom part and it's formed with this side right there. What are its remote angles? So the remote angles are the one that measure 38 degrees the one that measures 70 degrees. So these two are the remote angles, right? So the measure of angle 1 equals 38 plus 70. So this is 108 degrees. And the measure of angle 2 plus 38 plus 70 equals 180. Measure of angle 2 plus 108 equals 180 minus 108. Measure of angle 2 equals 72 degrees. Find the value of the variable and the measure of the angles, right? So I have a right triangle here. Right? So the sum of all three angles is 180. We already have a 90-degree angle right there. We're going to see later on that in a right triangle, the two acute angles are complementary angles, right? So I have 8x plus 2 plus 9x plus 3 plus 90 equals 180. But if I subtract that 90 on both sides, I'm going to have 1 equals to 90. So this is 17x plus 5 equals 90 minus 5 on both sides. So 17x equals 85. And I'm just going to divide by 17 on both sides. So x equals 5. And I don't have to write the degree because I already have that part there. Next one, so in this case, I have 2x plus 6, 2x minus 6, so I don't have anything else written there, so I don't have any measures, so 2x minus 6 plus x equals 180. Right, so at the end, when I simplify, this is 3x equals 180 divided by 3, so x equals 60 degrees. The ratio of the angle measures of the acute angles in a right triangle is 2, 3. Find the measure of the angle. So they're in the same ratio, so I'm just going to apply a variable. So 2x plus 3x equals 90. Why a variable? Because when they are in a ratio, there's a number that I can multiply both of them that is the same number, right? So 5x equals 90 divided by 5, so x equals 18, right? That's just x. Now I need to find the measure of acute angles. So the first angle is going to be 2 times 18 is 36, and the next one is 3 times 18 equals 54 degrees. Now this one I want to find all the measure of the angles. Right, so I'm going to start with 72 plus 86 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180. So 72 plus 86 is 158 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180 minus 158. Measure of angle 3 equals 22 degrees. Angle 3 and 4 are congruent because they are vertical angles, so the measure of angle 4 equals 22 also. And then 22 plus 70 plus the measure of angle 5 equals 180. So 92 plus angle 5 minus 92. So the measure of angle 5 equals 88 degrees. That's when I'm going to start again. I have a right triangle up here. So this one is measure of angle 2 plus 38 equals 90 degrees. Minus 38. Measure of angle 2 equals 52 degrees. And 31 plus 116 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180. Now I'm working with this triangle down here. So 147 plus the measure of angle 1 equals 180 minus 147. So the measure of angle 1 equals 33 degrees. And that's it for this lesson. May the force be with you.